Over the past several days, your partner has been quietly unraveling behind closed doors. At night, they cry themselves to sleep, overwhelmed by sorrow, regret, and a deep sense of emotional unrest. They've been reflecting endlessly on the state of your connection, haunted by the weight of their past actions and the realization of how they treated you. Their emotions are heavy, filled with guilt, confusion, and sadness, especially now that they are beginning to fully comprehend the damage that's been done. They know they hurt you, and it's tearing them apart from the inside. Their conscience is no longer quiet. It speaks louder with each passing moment, reminding them of the love they lost and the trust they broke. If your partner was involved with someone else while still entangled with you, perhaps juggling you and another relationship simultaneously, that truth has now surfaced either through your discovery or their confession. Regardless of how it came to light, the consequences have hit them hard. They understand that this revelation may have been what prompted you to walk away or what ultimately caused the entire connection to collapse. Now, in hindsight, they can see how badly they mishandled everything, and the deep regret is almost unbearable for them. They are drowning in remorse, not just for betraying your trust, but for allowing another person to come between what they now know was a sacred and unique bond. They regret everything: introducing someone else into the picture, being dishonest, choosing fleeting distractions over meaningful connection. That third party, the outsider who disrupted the emotional harmony you once shared, no longer holds any space in their heart. In fact, that person only serves as a reminder of the chaos and destruction they invited into your relationship. They blame themselves for the role they played in tearing apart something that, in hindsight, feels irreplaceable. They are consumed by thoughts of what could have been, how things might have unfolded differently if only they had chosen you wholeheartedly from the start. But despite everything, they haven't given up on you, not entirely. Deep within, there remains a flicker of hope that refuses to die. They are not ready to abandon this connection, and perhaps, they never truly will. That hope persists because, in their heart, they believe this isn't just another relationship. This is something far greater, something sacred. They feel it in their soul, the undeniable pull, the unshakable bond that continues to connect them to you despite time, distance, and silence. This is, to them, a divine love, a soul-deep connection that transcends the ordinary. They believe you are not just any partner, you are their divine counterpart, their soul's mirror. This isn't simply an emotional attachment, but a spiritual one, rooted in a sense of destiny. And now, having realized this truth, they are desperately searching for a way back. However, their emotional state is far from stable. They are anxious, restless, and plagued by despair. They can't think straight. They can't sit still. Their thoughts are consumed with how to fix what's been broken, but at the same time, they are overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty. Their own negative thoughts have become their worst enemy. Self-doubt is clouding their judgment, and their ability to listen to their intuition has been seriously impaired. They want to act, to reach out to you, to express everything that's bottled up inside, but they're paralyzed by fear. They're terrified of how you'll respond. Will you be angry? Cold? Indifferent? Will you ask questions they have no answers to? They fear your reaction more than anything because they know you're entitled to your rage, your disappointment, your silence. They fear the truth you now hold, the power you carry in deciding whether to let them back in or shut the door forever. They are ashamed. Deeply. Shame has consumed them, and with it comes a powerful fear of being judged, not only by you but by everyone who witnessed their downfall. They're frightened by the look in your eyes if you were ever to cross paths again. They're scared of your voice, your questions, your silence. Everything about you now feels like a mirror reflecting their failures and regrets. Yet, despite the fear, they cannot detach from this connection. They are still holding on to you with all they have left, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Their soul is tethered to yours, and it's that invisible thread of connection that's keeping them going. They are buried in guilt, not only for what they did to you, but also for what they did to themselves by not choosing you. Every decision they made that didn't involve you has led them to loss, disappointment, and spiritual emptiness. Every time they turned away from your connection and chose someone else, or something else, they were met with suffering. Nothing brought them the happiness they thought they'd find. Now, in painful clarity, they understand why, because they were never meant to be with anyone else. Their soul was always meant to walk beside yours. This clarity has struck them deeply. They now see that the reason no other relationship has worked out for them is because their soul was never aligned with anyone else's in the way it is with yours. They can't settle. They can't just build a life with someone random. It's not even about desire anymore, it's about soul recognition. You are their ultimate counterpart, their divine partner, the one they were meant to journey through life with. It's not just love, it's purpose. Choosing you isn't just an option, it's a spiritual responsibility they now understand and accept. They have already made a decision in their heart, they choose you. Not just for now, but for life. They have imagined a future with you, and in their mind, you are their life partner. They may have already shared this decision with others, their friends, their family, maybe even colleagues. They may have declared openly that there is no one else they see in their future except you. You are the one, and in their eyes, you always have been. Now that they've received this spiritual clarity, all the karmic ties, distractions, and interferences have faded into the background. Nothing and no one else matters anymore. At this moment, their focus is entirely on one thing, finding the strength and courage to reach out to you. To face you. To explain themselves. To ask for your forgiveness. They're not just thinking about reconciliation, they're planning for it. They may have already bought something for you, a gift, a token, something meaningful to express their remorse and commitment. They are preparing in their mind for the moment they come back into your life. But still, fear lingers. They are terrified of how you will receive them. Will you slam the door shut? Will you speak to them again? Will you give them even the slightest chance? Their fear isn't just about rejection, it's about shame. They are afraid of being exposed, of having to own up to the truth in front of you. They are afraid of being seen for who they were when they made those terrible choices. And they know you will see right through them. That scares them more than anything, because you've always had the power to disarm them, to expose their vulnerabilities, to hold a mirror to their soul. You see them in a way no one else ever has. But regardless of their fear, regardless of the shame, and regardless of the wounds they carry, they still want to try. They still want to come back. Because no matter how much time has passed or how broken things feel, they cannot imagine a future without you in it. You are not just a chapter in their story, you are the entire narrative. Everything leads back to you. Every road, every lesson, every heartbreak, it all brought them to this point of realization, that you are their home. They want to return not just with words, but with action. They want to prove that they've changed. That they see you now with eyes that are no longer clouded by fear, ego, or illusion. They want to earn back your trust, not through empty promises, but through genuine commitment and transformation. They want to build with you, to heal with you, to grow with you. And most of all, they want to love you in the way you always deserve to be loved, in full truth, without deception, without distraction. In their eyes, this isn't just about getting back together. It's about fulfilling a soul contract, living out a purpose that was always meant to unfold between the two of you. They are beginning to understand that this connection was never ordinary. It was meant to transcend the mundane and elevate both of you. This is a divine partnership, something sacred and protected. And now, they are finally ready to honor that truth. They want to become the person worthy of standing beside you, not out of desperation, but out of deep reverence for the love that still lives between you. So while they sit in silence now, grappling with their own demons, know that they are thinking of you constantly. Planning, hoping, praying. They are asking the universe for guidance, for the courage to take that first step toward reconciliation. And when they do come forward, if they do, they will not come lightly. They will come bearing their soul, humbled and raw, ready to face whatever consequences await. Because even if you never take them back, they need you to know this one truth: you were always the one. You are still the one. And no matter what happens from here, you will forever remain the one they were meant to love.